guys, welcome back to London. Welcome to Trafalgar Square. Now today we're celebrating Chinese New Year. I thought I'd come to Trafalgar Square, see if they started building the stage for the celebrations, but all there is today is a looks like some Trump protest. Trump protest. But there's huge crowds there. I'm not sure what they're hoping to achieve. It's kind of a protest against democracy in effect. Same as the protests against Brexit. There was a vote and the people got what the people wanted. Not all of them, but yeah, enough of politics. And Trump and Brexit. Let's go and check out. Let's go and celebrate Chinese New Year. I'm going to celebrate in the traditional way all Chinese people do across China by eating Chinese food, which means headed up Charing Cross Road from Trafalgar Square to London's Chinatown. It's freezing, so I want to get something hot to eat and something warm to drink. Now, apparently the Chinese New Year celebrations here in London are the biggest outside Asia. We have a very large Chinese community, and there'll be a parade from Chinatown, which is just up here, just up Charing Cross Road. There's a parade, a dragon dance from there down to Trafalgar Square, and then they'll be singing and dancing on a huge stage in Trafalgar Square. It's always the Sunday after Chinese New Year here in town, so if you're in London, come and check that out. Today I want to go and get some food from Chinatown, as I was saying, but Chinatown will be decorated for New Year's. They put lanterns up. Normally got a sponsor. Last year it was Kung Fu Panda, so I'll go and check that out. I actually want to do a little detour and get to Chinatown. It's just up here. Chinatown itself runs from Charing Cross Road, which we're on there, sort of the width of Leicester Square to almost to Piccadilly Circus, but I want to head across Leicester Square and check out Piccadilly Circus before heading into Chinatown, because apparently they've switched off the big adverts, the iconic adverts. They're getting a whole new billboard, so I want to go and check that out. I did actually see it switched off earlier in the year, but it was an accident. It was a power cut. It's in one of my videos. But yeah, well, let's go and check that out and then head back into Chinatown.
Yeah, no. I mean,
okay, can you make that out? That's one of the entrances to Chinatown there, and I can see all the lanterns are up and it's been decorated now. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot more atmospheric after dark at night, and the sun is just setting now, so we'll head just down here to Piccadilly Circus, and then we'll come back in at Chinatown, get something to eat and something to drink, check out the decorations. Okay, check out Piccadilly Circus. Normally have the Coke sign and fully illuminated Statue of Eros there. But yeah, they're getting a whole new sign. Won't be switched on until autumn later in the year. Apparently it's going to be the longest period. The lights of Piccadilly Circus have been off since World War II. So yeah, blacked out, and it's actually a screen. They're obviously working behind that screen. So right, let's head from Piccadilly Circus. I just wanted to check that out. Slight detour. Let's head back on track to Chinese New Year. Head just up here to Chinatown, and check out the decorations, get some food. Chinese New Year this year is on Saturday the 28th. Chinese New Year is not on a fixed day or date each year. It's a bit like our Easter. It's linked to the moon. So yeah, changes. It's usually though sometime late January, early February. So this year it's on Saturday the 28th, and it marks the start of year of the Rooster. There's quite a lot of fur going on there. Yeah, year of the Rooster starts on Saturday the 28th. The big London celebrations will be the following day this year, because it's always the Sunday after New Year's when London throws the big party. So Sunday the 29th in Trafalgar Square. I'm not sure when this video will go live, but yeah, if you're in town, Sunday the 29th is the day to come and watch the parade and the party, the dragon dances. So yeah, I'm hoping to see some Rooster decorations. So let's head into Chinatown. Little back street down here. There's a few alleys that lead into it off these back streets. Avoid those huge crowds of tourists and theatre goers. So Shaftesbury Avenue. One of the entrances just here. Okay, right, we popped out right in Chinatown. Gerrard Street here is the main street with all the amazing looking Chinese street furniture. So I popped down here. Yeah, it looks incredible, check this out. They're actually, you can see, they're still in the process of putting all the lanterns up, so it's not finished yet. So yeah, I'm going to head, get some hot food. The crowds are enormous today. I'm going to head and get some hot food. Hopefully by the time we come out, getting something warm to eat and drink. The sun will set and it will look at its best after dark. Crowds are so big. Obviously it's a festive season, so one of the most popular times of year to come to Chinatown. Spring Festival, aka New Year, and Autumn Festival, aka Mooncake Festival. They decorate the streets, and it's the best time to come. And but yeah, because it's the best time to come, it's the most busy. So let's hope we can get into one of the cafes, get something to eat. Okay, this end of the street is going to be one of the other iconic shots you'll see all over Instagram, with the archway, a little bit of scaffolding up this year though. Looks very cool. I'm gonna pop round the corner here and see if we can get something to eat, something to drink. Looking good. I want to pop into Jen Café. When I'm done in here, I want to go and get something from some buns from the bakers as well, and try some Chinese buns. It's communal style dining in here, so whether I can film or not is going to be touch and go. They make the dumplings in the window. The ladies in the window are making Beijing dumplings, and that's what Jen Café's most renowned for. That's what I'm here for, and I'm also going to get a green tea. I've ordered Jen Café's renowned Beijing dumplings, little meat-filled dumplings, and we've got some soy sauce here to dip them in. They also do vegetarian ones. I've got them steamed. You can have them fried. They come out like Japanese gyoza. You can also have them in soup, so wonton soup. It's a bit more involved than a selfie this.
Oh, is it? Is it a video? Are you doing a video?
It'll be on YouTube next week.
Thank you.
The dumplings are so popular here at Jen Café. You've got full-time dumpling production going on there in the window. I've also seen, when I've been here before, people popping in to buy boxes of fresh, uncooked dumplings, I presume, to cook at home. Delicious.
I'll go and get them.
Okay, let me try and show you inside one of Jen Café's amazing little Beijing dumplings. I'll try and give you a cross section, but they're pretty slippery. Now, on the menu it just says Beijing dumplings. It doesn't give you a detailed breakdown of what's actually in them. I'm guessing primarily pork and spring onions, but they taste like so much more than just pork and spring onions. There must be other ingredients in there. All I can tell you is they taste amazing.
I will call you when I'm nearby.
Okay, that was Jen Café. As you can see, little ladies churn out dumplings all day long in the windows. I would definitely recommend Jen Café. With I don't want to go like, I don't want to overcook it and tell you how fabulous it is. It's the Chinese equivalent of a greasy spoon cafe, so you have to be prepared. I would definitely go there. Normally I walk past, and if it's as busy as it was when I walked in there, I carry on walking. The service is, it's a greasy spoon cafe. The food is delicious. It's amazing. The dumplings they make in the window, that's what I have every time. I have the Beijing dumplings, which I'm guessing, I have no idea what's in them. I think I would say pork, spring onions and herbs. They do a vegetarian one as well, which I've had. Again, onion, I have no idea exactly precisely what's in it. The service is pretty swift, like a cafe. It's communal style dining. That's why I couldn't really talk too much on camera, because I had people sitting next to me all around me. Freaked them out. It did freak them out. you get exactly what you've ordered without having to ask for it twice when they're busy like that, you've done well. Put it that way. I'm pretty confident it's a family business because the staff, like the older lady behind the counter and then the younger staff, they fight in the way that only a family could fight. You can tell they're fighting. I don't speak Chinese, but you can tell from their tone and the body language that they just spend the whole time bickering. Like, it is entertaining. It's entertaining unless you don't know what you're in for. Like, it's entertaining if you know what you're in for. If you go in there like on a date or something, it would just it wouldn't be funny. But yeah, if you want fast food, it's reasonably inexpensive. Dumplings and a green tea was £6.20. And they don't look like much when they come out. They don't look like they're going to be that filling, but it is. The dishes aren't big, but they are quite filling, and there's plenty else to eat. And there are plenty of other courses if you get what I mean. I'm going to go to the bakers now, so yeah, main course there. Let's go and get some kind of dessert from the bakers. What I want to do, if the Golden Gate Bakers is open around here, I'm going to do a taste test. We're going to go for the Chinese classic Golden Gate versus Kowloon Bakery Char pork buns. Golden Gate. This is one of Chinatown's. This is one of the more popular bakeries here, the Golden Gate. I think, if anything, it's slightly better value than the Kowloon on the main drag, but the Kowloon do better looking cream cake. Unless you want a whole gatto. Again, these are all, I forgot to say, cash only. Jen Café's cash only, Golden Gate's cash only, Kowloon's cash only, and they get super suspicious when you whip out a camera. I wonder why. Thank you. Okay, success. It was super busy in there. It's impossible to film, and they don't like it, so I didn't. I've got a char siu pork bun from there. I'm going to go and get one from the Kowloon, and we'll do a little taste test. They're £1.40 in there. I know they're £1.30 in the Kowloon, so they're already on the back foot. It's impossible to film because what you have to do, they have all the buns and the cakes in little in little boxes, and you have to pick up a tray when you walk in and a pair of tongs, and you pick out the cakes you want, put them on the tray. So it's a two-handed job. And if you want to hold a camera, tongs and a tray, you need 3 hands. You need a cameraman if you want filming it. So let's go Kowloon. Queue for the cash machine here. Everything's cash. So hence the huge queue. Kids don't carry cash anymore, they're all contactless. Chinatown's in trouble with the new generation, like black taxis. None of them have got any, they've all got cards. So yeah, Kowloon's here. There's a buffet, Kowloon buffet, Baker's next door. In this one, it's not that one, Golden Gate, self-service, you walk around with your tray, help yourself with the tongs. This one, you tell the cake lady when you walk in what you want. And then she gives you a ticket and you pay the cashier. When you've paid, they give you the cakes and you leave. But oh look, they're putting up the lanterns right above me. Health and safety. Health and safety Chinese style. Right, we've got a very close look bun. Okay, that's the closest view you're going to get of one of the Chinese lanterns this year. Right, success. Char siu bun from the Kowloon, getting decorated. Luckily it's in a brown bag, because the one from the Golden Gate is in a white bag. So now we need to find somewhere to do a little taste test. It's so busy here. Obviously it's festive season, Chinese New Year, but there are a lot of tourists in them. There's maybe from the protest that we saw at the start, there's a lot of there's a lot of customers, but people are walking in and walking out. Like, the service in this place is I think they think they're being ignored, but it's just you have to just wait. Like, even in Jen Café, when you walk in, they won't talk to you until there's a space ready. They just ignore you. When there's a space ready, they'll come and get you until you sit down, tell you where to sit. And people walk in and they walk out because they think they're being ignored. Well, they're not. This is how it is. In there, when you're next, you're next. They they'll ask you what you want, give you a ticket. Right. Taste test. Okay, finding somewhere to do this is proving super tricky, so I'm just main bit. Right, first up, Kowloon Bakeries char siu bun. Looks good. Bready bun. Sweet glaze. Good. Bready bun. Sweet glaze. The barbecue pork. Tastes good. Barbecue sauce tastes good. Good filling of pork. Golden Gate. Golden Gate was £1. Got to take off the rice paper on the bottom. Golden Gate was 10p dearer, and it's a smaller bun. Hands down winner. Filling. Yeah, that was a quick hands down winner there. Look at the bread to filling ratio. Super soft, fluffy white bun. Good balance with the glaze on top. Filling is delicious. You could serve that filling with rice. Let's go back for a second, go. Okay. As you can see, the Kowloon, bigger bun, but just more bread. It's good. Obviously it's bigger and 10p less. But in terms of taste, the Golden Gate wins. I've been eating the rice pancakes. So good. People wondering what the hell I'm doing. Important research. Yeah, I like this. But I prefer the Golden Gate. Right. Now need something to wash it down with. I fancy some pearl milk tea. I like char time. It's really cold. I might get some water to drink. I'll keep on having a look along here, and I'm going to finish off my buns. Definitely recommend the Golden Gate, and I recommend the Kowloon too, to be honest. I just preferred the Golden Gate. And yeah, I'll get back to you in a moment.
Just darling now, well, you're loving you till it's 17.
I have a slight problem including this baker's in my taste test. There are other bakers apart from the other two. I don't know what it's called. I can't read Chinese. I'll have to get the app on my phone and translate it before we can taste test that one.
What, the hotel? No. Thank you.
Okay, as much as I fancy a bubble tea, I appear to have hit Chinatown at peak bubble tea hour. Queue for Happy Lemon, out the door. Queue for that bubble tea place, out the door. It's the same for char time. And I'm quite full. And if you've ever had bubble tea, it's like a meal replacement drink. So I do fancy one, but not waiting that long for one. So I'm going to call it a day here for this visit to Chinatown. Might get a drink in the pub instead. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Chinatown. Celebrate Chinese New Year. So thanks for watching. Shishit. And yeah, where do we go? Jen Café, definitely recommend Jen Café. Just be warned, service, it's not quite as good as the food. So yeah, dumplings in Jen Café, definitely recommend that. Little handmade dumplings, watch them make dinner in the window before you eat it. The Chinese bakeries are all good. Tonight on the Char pork front, the Golden Gate beat the Kowloon. But yeah, I definitely recommend both. Both do amazing cakes. Cream cakes in the Kowloon look amazing, it tastes amazing. Pandan cake covered in cream. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Toodles for Chinese, Happy New Year. Okay, change of plans. Came back to shoot some B-roll and some time lapse. The queues are down, so going in, Char time. Check back when I come out. It's the most intense decision-making process you'll ever make in your life, ordering bubble tea. Let's go. See, timing's everything. The huge queues back. Got milk tea, which is hard to do. Milk tea with, I got 3 toppings, which is a lot of toppings for a regular sized drink. So cold milk tea, regular size. Toppings are, gone for pearls, it's a tapioca, little beads. Went for coconut jelly and aloe vera jelly, and no ice. I don't think there's any room for ice. Go for that many toppings. But yeah, as I was saying, it's the most intense ordering system you'll ever encounter, because the amount of combinations you can go for are endless, from the different types of tea, different types of what they call toppings, which aren't on the top. They put them in first on the bottom, and even if they didn't, they'd sink. But yeah, the flavour combinations, hot and cold, types of tea, types of toppings, it's endless. Right, let's stab this massive. Got the fattest diameter straw, so you can suck up the toppings, the pearls, the aloe vera. Stab in. Pretty good.
气管切开，手术后的成年病人都不能马上正常说话的，更甭提一个孩子。
Yeah, if you've not had bubble tea, it's quite unique. Kind of tea flavoured milkshake, but then obviously you've got like the only way I can describe the topping is like having tea flavoured milk. Imagine tea flavoured milkshake with various flavoured Haribo sweets, jelly sweets in it, in a straw fat enough to suck them up. That's good. Right, definitely is Toodles this time. I'm going to enjoy this and head home. Toodles. I know they're still putting the final touches to the lanterns right here at the end of Gerrard Street. Careful I don't get trapped in that bit of rope. But yeah, this is the final thing. So by the time you get here to celebrate Chinese New Year, all the lanterns will be up. Check it out. You only be allowed that kind of health and safety in China. It's probably the way it should be everywhere.